Welcome back, Brock Page here in front of a random door, and I also do random sports picks for fun, so let's get into them. Nice little slate of Tuesday night games. So let's go ahead and start with San Antonio laying the 4.5 at the Knicks. Total move downward to 199 and a hook. The Spurs actually opened up the betting as the 5-point favorites in this one. Saw the Knicks take a little money in the early going here, but despite taking most of that early action, this Knicks squad has really struggled against the number as of late. 1-3 covering in their last 4, but they have been unstoppable at home though. 15-6 covering at MSG. They've also covered 6 of 7 games that tipped off at the current point spread. 8-5 covering in their games as the home dog. They've got themselves a San Antonio opponent who really struggles to cover on the road, just 6-12 when traveling. San Antonio against the spread's also 4-9 in games played at the current point spread, and just 3-8 as the official road favorite. Now, total-wise, market's expecting this one to be a low one. Total once again got bet down to 199.5. New York is 3-1 to the under in their last 4, and 2 out of the Spurs' last 3 went under the line as well. My big concern with the total in this game, though, is the fact that 3 out of San Antonio's last 4 games got well over the Mendoza line. Same goes for the Knicks' last 4 as well. So I'm really fading a play on the total in this one, although if I had to lean somewhere, it would probably be downward. But all said and done, though, I do like the Knicks catching a few at home, so I'm definitely going to use this number twice. So all told, I'm going to purchase the hook, buy it up, and take New York plus the 5. And I'm also going to take the extra points and play the Knicks plus 14.5 as the first game in my 10-point super teaser. All right, next game I have for you, it is going to be Atlanta at Phoenix. A lot of movement on the number. The Suns open 4, now 1. Total open 217, bet up to 218.5. Atlanta's taking most of the early action, and for good reason. 3-1 ATS last 4, 7-3 ATS last 10. The Hawks are also doing a fine job against the number when traveling. Most cappers have them at 11-7 ATS on the road. Meanwhile, on the other side, Phoenix going back and forth with the number. 2-2 ATS last 4, 3-3 ATS last 6. They've also failed to cover 12 of 20 in the Talking Stick Resort, really struggling to cover in front of their fans. Now, scoring-wise, 3-1 to the over in their last 4 for Phoenix. A little bit different story on the other side, though. Atlanta games went 3-1 to the under in their last 4 games themselves. So I think I'm going to lean toward a sharp play on the total here. Good amount of unders at the Talking Stick Resort this season. I'm also liking a play toward the Hawks in this one, too. They're 8-4 against the spread versus sub-500 teams. All in all, I'm going to take Atlanta plus the point and the under, 218.5. I'm also going to tease the spread and take the Hawks plus 11 as the second game of my super teaser. All right, next game, Charlotte laying 3.5 at Sacramento. 10 o'clock East on the West. Total moved upward to 206 flat. Sacramento 1-3 to the good in their last 4, and just 4-6 covering in their last 10. Sacramento struggled as the dog, just 13-17 catching points, just 5-7 covering against sub-500 teams. Don't count out the Kings, though. Charlotte's struggled to win people money themselves. The Hornets have covered just 4 of 16 when traveling and just 14 of 36 overall. Now, when it comes to scoring, unders galore in the Charlotte games. 3-1 to the under last 4, 3-7 to the under last 10. A lot of action in these Sacramento games, though. A little bit different story on their side of things. 4 out of their last 5 went over the closing number on the line. All that in mind, I am utterly confused total-wise. I'm utterly confused in the game of life, too. But if you have any idea as to where this one's going, please feel free to drop me a line in the comments section below. I'm also fading a play on the winner on the sides, both teams, and a bit of a funk covering-wise. So all said and done, I'm going to exercise my right to pass and take no action on this matchup. All right, next and final game for the show. Memphis at the Clippers, 10:30 East at the Staples Center. Clippers open 6, now 5.5. Total move upward to 204 flat. LA's 2-1 to win. They're 3-0 against the number in their last 3, 8-2 in their last 10. Clippers are also covering 65% of their games as the favorite. But before you chalk this one up as an easy win for the Clips, This Memphis squad has mustered up a handful of covers over the past week themselves. The Grizzlies went 3-0 against the number in their last 3, 4-1 covering in their last 5. And as bad as they've been against the number all season long, Memphis has also posted a record of 9-5 ATS as the official road underdog. Now, total-wise, Memphis games went 3-1 to the over in their last 4. They're averaging nearly 120 points per game in those 3 overs. Meanwhile, on the other side, Clippers games went 3-1 to the over in their last 4 themselves, 5-2 to the over in their last 7. Having said all that, I'm looking for a little offense Tuesday evening in the Staples Center. I'm going to forego a play on the number and the money line. I will make a small play on the total here, short story long. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward the over, 204 in this one. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me. Reintroduce the teasers back into the pick show. Just keep in mind these 10-point teasers are very expensive. They cost you some juice depending on who you're playing and where your market is. It's going to cost you anywhere between $1.20 to $1.50, and that's going to be a lay. So you're going to have to lay $1.50 to $1.20, really depending on where you shop. So the teasers aren't cheap. They give you a lot of points, but you got to pay for them. So anyway, it's great to have the teasers back, and it's great to have you back. And once again, that is going to do it for me. But before I get out of here, I have to remind you that I am not a sports betting expert, nor do I implore you to take any of my picks. A wise man once said, good ain't free, and free ain't good. If for some reason you decide to use the free information on this program, you're utilizing it at your own discretion. Most importantly, if you're betting any of these games, do it safe, do it responsibly, and most important, have fun. Brock Page Productions. I'm Brock Page. Have yourself a positive day.